Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Marcy Denning here, Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. And I want to welcome you to my Monday morning live. Thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your busy day to join me. Please say hello when you join me. If there is a red live button, that means you are joining me live. If it's not there, that means you're watching the replay. That's okay. Still say hello. I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching on YouTube, you are definitely watching the replay. Please say hello. Let me know where you're coming from. I love to know where my viewers are coming to me from all over the world. So this morning we are going to be crafting with the adorable Easter friends. Hello, Melissa. Before I flip the camera around, I just want to remind you that today is the last day to sign up for my Saturday soiree. It closes today. This is a virtual event. Zoom, stream to Facebook. However, you don't have to join me live. It will be recorded, and you can watch after the fact at your leisure in the comfort of your own home. You do not have to join us live if it A, doesn't work out for you, or B, it's not your thing. If you prefer just to watch the videos and craft along with the PDF, that is A-okay. All the details will be in today's blog post, which will be going live after we are done with our crafting. Oh, thank you, Melissa. This is from my my gnome girl in the U.S., Lola's Gnomes. You know the gnomes that I love, that there's one back there. Lola's Gnomes, you can find her online. This cute, when I saw this cute t-shirt in her shop, I absolutely had to get it. It was just so sweet. And I've got another Lola's Gnomes on its way, a Valentine's one. I am so excited. And Rhonda, she hand creates all her gnomes. She's the sweetest lady, and they are just fabulous. Anyway, that was a little bit of a squirrel moment there. Let's flip you around so that we can get crafting. All right, so there's my window. It is snowing. It's supposed to get quite snowy today. Oh, and look, before I completely flip, because we no longer have a cat in the house, I'm able to decorate my windowsill. Very excited about that. Mr. Marshall, I do miss him. He's the sweetest cat. However, he loved to be up in my windowsill there to watch the birds and the squirrels out front, and he was constantly knocking things off, broke a few things, so everything was tucked away. So I'm so happy that I'm able to decorate my windowsill yet again. All right, so let's just make sure everything is nice and straight. So again, like I said, last day today to register for Saturday soiree. And on Friday, I released my February class to go, the nuts and bolts. That will be in my blog post as well. Registration for the, or sign up for the Safari Celebration, the February paper pumpkin kit is going on now. Good morning, Jeannie. Hello, Amy. All right, I'm going to take just a moment. Let me put my adorable little card there. I'm just going to take a moment so that I can find you on my iPad. There we are. Okay. Yes, good morning, Melissa, Jeannie, Amy. So lovely to see you. I hope you guys don't get hammered again. Amy in the Oakville, Toronto area with the cold, snowy weather that they're calling for today. Although it is January, although we're coming to the end of January. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Where has this month gone? All right, so this is the adorable card that we are going to be creating today. We've got another Melissa. Good morning, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Thank you for sharing, Jeannie. Sharing is caring, and it's how I reach more crafty friends. All right, let's pull you forward to just there. There we go. All right, so this is the adorable card that we're creating this morning. And we are using soft succulent and gray granite. And I am coloring with my watercolor pencils. The Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, and Flirty Flamingo. I wanted a lighter, softer look to my little ducky, and the watercolor pencils are the way to achieve that. And I even gave my ducky some rosy cheeks. Good morning, Nancy. Thanks for joining. So sweet. And although this sentiment says sending warm and happy wishes this spring, we're not there yet. So I'm going to mask off this spring, and it's just a happy card is all. So let's get started. So my designer series paper is from the Subtles 6x6 designer series paper. You get 2 each of the patterns. There's 4 sheets in each color, and I have used all but the one of the So Saffron. So let me bring this over here. There's my supplies. So I've used all this cute plaid pattern. So today's card is going to use this pattern here. So my question is to you, do you like the dots, the line with the dot side, or this side here? And whichever you guys say is the side you prefer is the side that I'm going to use for my card front. Okay, and then of course on the inside I've got my little strip of cardstock. So I am using the Melissa, this set is on your wish list. Oh, this was a must-have. This was the first set that went into my cart when I was shopping with my pre-order, because I love this duck. It's so cute. And this bunny, oh, it says Easter, but to me, it's, you know, it's cute animals. I love the animals, you know that. So, to me, it was a must-have. Good morning, Anne. All right, so I'm going to ink up, and I am using gray granite as my ink because I find sometimes that one's good, and that one. Now let's see if we are nice and straight before we go any further. Yes, okay. I find that sometimes the, here we are. This is the largest of the Stitched So Sweetly scalloped rectangles. I find sometimes that the black ink is very harsh. So I find that if I choose a lighter gray, it allows that image to really shine, in my opinion. I find that the black kind of overshadows my image, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so we have to take some washi tape if you've been crafting a while, you'll have a lot of washi tape in your stash. So I'm going to just cover that. Okay, and then if you take it to the end here of your ink pad where you don't have the lip, and you can, depending on how close those words are together on the stamp, you can forego the washi tape, but I just wanted to make sure. So there we go. We are going to be stamping the sentiment first because we want to make sure we've got enough room. Okay, I'm looking. We look good in. Good morning, Sharon. Jeannie likes the dots. Okay, so I know that I don't have this spring on the bottom, so I'm going to bring that up just a bit. About here, and I'm going to center it and stamp. And there we have our fun sentiment. Now we can ink up little Ducky. She is so cute, and yes, I've decided that my Ducky is a she, and she is adorable. Bring that a little closer. All right, she's on one foot and the other foot is up in the air. And I'm trying to center her. There we go. Hello, Celia. Good morning and thank you for joining us. All right, so she's a little higher on this than my original, but oh, so cute. All right, so while she is drawing a moment, let's bring in our silicone craft sheet, and we are going to fold and burnish, and we're going to attach that. So I've got one person I'm going through. Jeannie likes the dots. Has anybody else got a preference? What do you think? The dots or this square circle check? I don't know what to call it. What do you think side should I be using? Okay. Dots, Amy says as well. Okay, we've got 2 dots. All right, so dots it is then, because I'm going to glue this to my inside piece. They're both adorable. The, come on, there we go. The Color Family 6x6 packs of designer series paper are so awesome to add that extra bit of color in that color family. It's usually it's the colors in our core color collection that are included. Oh, and I can see now, I thought that was straight. Am I going to be able to get it? Nope. She is stuck down. She's a little crooked, but that's okay. All right. So then let's attach this back to the designer series paper. Yeah, so you get 4 of each of the colors in the package. 2 different, well, yeah, 2 different designs that, it's 4 designs, 2 of each. Let's put it that way. My goodness, that was hard to get out this morning. All right, I think that she is dry enough. So we are going to bring in our watercolor pencils. And we are going to just color in, and this is just basic white. It's not watercolor, it's not shimmery white. And I just sharpened my pencils so they're going to be a little darker. They're not as blunted. And I'm going lightly first, and then those areas that the artist has got all of those extra lines, those shading lines, that's where I'm coming in a little darker so that we've got that shadow. And then adorable little duckies beak here. I tried coloring first with, when I first inked this up, with my Stampin' Blends, and I found for the look I was going for, the blends were just too dark for what I was wanting to achieve. So I pulled out my neglected watercolor pencils, and you can see there how I have gone the darker and the lighter. I've neglected these, so I thought, you know what? Let's pull these out. So when I'm coloring, I go in a circular motion, and for Ducky, I'm going to just cover her entire body lightly first, and then I will come back in and add that heavier shadowing. And yes, I'm going to be using my blender pen in the open areas only, because if I was to use that in the darker areas, it's going to muck it up, because this is water-based ink. It's not my stays on, so you have to be careful of that. You don't want to be pulling that gray in with that yellow and creating mud. All right, so we have the entire duck is now colored in. However, I want to come in here and go darker so that I'm giving her more visual interest and making her look so much better. Now, I originally created this card for a team training event I did a couple weeks ago. I get together with a group of my demonstrator friends all across Canada, and every catalog we do a free training event where we spend the day. We each either go live or record a video. We pick a topic and create content for our teams. And we have challenges and prizes, and it is a great day. And the reason I'm mentioning this is right now we have that awesome joining special. It's always a good time to join Stampin' Up, join the crafty creative community. But during celebration, it's even better, because besides the already awesome deal that the starter kit is, where it's you pay $135 here in Canada and you get to choose $165 worth of products. There's never any shipping charged on the starter kit, and in Ontario and a few other provinces you don't pay tax either. So that is $165 worth of products for $135. Like, stretches your budget so far. And then during celebration you get to choose 2 additional stamp sets on top of that. Now they cannot be host sets or celebration sets because you're already getting that fabulous deal. And I always suggest you choose the most expensive set you like in either catalog, and you can, your starter kit is any products from either the annual catalog, the mini catalog, or the clearance rack. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking my Flirty Flamingo and I am lightly, because I've already laid down that yellow, the Daffodil Delight. If I go lightly over top, it's just an even more subtle hint of a blush for her cheeks. So now she's all colored in. You can see where she's nice and dark, giving that highlights and shadows. So we are going to take our blender brush, blender pen I should say, and to make sure it gets stained at the end, but if you can see, I am wiping this and there's no color coming off. And what this does, there's a chemical in here and it moves that color around. You can use this with your watercolor pencils, you can use it with your ink pad, you can use it with your Stampin' Write markers. And the way you tell if it's still, there's still enough liquid to use is you just drag it across your hand, and if you feel that bit of moisture, that means you've still got enough of that liquid that's in there to use. So we just take, and in a circular motion, I'm just moving that color around so that it's going to get rid of any of those pencil marks, and it's going to smooth that color out. Blend it all together. And I'm going to do it on her, the tip of her beak there. Remember, I said not too much because we don't want to muck it up with that regular ink. But if you don't manipulate it too much, don't go over it too much, just a titch, you're going to be able to move that color successfully without making mud. And you can see here on my paper, I hope you can see, that little bit of pumpkin pie is there. So that means I am now clean. I can put my lid on so it doesn't dry out. And I see my soft succulent is open. We don't want that. All right, we want a ground ducky. So although there is a grass image, I don't want to cover her feet. So I've got my light gray granite. I'm sticking with the gray granite Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to just add some shadow underneath her feet so that she is basically, she's grounded. She's creating a shadow. And it's just fine little, you can go as heavy or as light as you want. Let's add just a titch more over here. There. I think that is cute. All right, so next I am taking this beautiful soft succulent, what is this called? Satin Shimmer Ribbon. Stampin' Up! Loves to give their products really long names, making it very difficult for us to remember them. All right, so I am going to kind of eyeball it. I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to eyeball it and I'm going to pull it. So that way I'm not wasting too awful much. I'm pulling it to take a look because I want just a bit coming out on either side. So I think that's going to be good. So then I'm going to take that, I'm going to measure this. So I'm at about 8 inches of ribbon, roundabout. All right, and now I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. Oh, I was creating yesterday, and so I've got little flecks of stuff. I am happy to say I am now 100% designed for my Saturday soiree. I am so excited for the projects that I have created. Oh my gosh, those of you ladies that have registered are going to love them. So awesome. All right, so my next thing is to start typing up tutorials and filming a bit. So I want this on an angle. I have placed 2 strips of my Stampin' Seal across the back, because that's going to hold that, and it's going to enable me to move my ribbon. Okay, I want this. Which one do I want? I want this bottom one up a bit. So it's because of the nature of it, it is repositionable for your ribbon and that. So I want this still, I want it to overlap just a bit there. Okay, although let's now take, I want my tails to be cut the same way. I'm going to peel that back so I don't cut the other. So there we go. Both of my tails are cut the same angle, except you need to be a little more angled. There, like that better. All right. So now if this bothers you, you can just come in here and add another bit of your seal, and there. So cute. So, so cute. Okay, so now we need some dimensionals. And we are going to glue this to the back. Here we have it. I'm looking at the top corners to see. Move you out of the way for a second here so I can line up properly with my grid paper. Okay, so now we're going to take our dimensionals to the back. I'm going to look over here. Good morning, Leslie and Brenda. Kay, have I made a bow from this ribbon? No, but give me a second, Melissa, and I will create a bow so you can see. Okay, I want one here and one here. There we go. I'm trying to even out. I will in a minute create a bow so that you can see what kind of bow it's going to create. It is, this ribbon is, it's got a bit of kind of weight to it, if you know what I'm saying, when it comes to ribbon. It's not thin and flimsy. Good morning, Zana. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry if I am mispronouncing. So here we go. We're going to center Ducky. Love, love, love this cute little girl. I can see me fussy cutting her as well, creating a scene. You're not quite centered properly. If you don't press on your, I think that's better. If you don't press on your dimensionals right away, you can pull it up generally and reposition. Although here in Southwestern Ontario, cannot do that. And after all of that, I need to trim this down a smidge. You can't do that in Southwestern Ontario in the middle of summer. We get extremely humid here. There we go. And once you put it down, it is down with the humidity. It's pretty crazy. All right, we are going to take some of the very pretty, whoopsie, iridescent rhinestones, and attach a few of these here. So one there. I always like to add a little bit of glue because I like to make sure my rhinestones or any embellishments that I'm adding, come on, flip around, are not going to pop off in the envelope on their way to their intended destination. So there is my adorable little Ducky sending warm and happy wishes card. So sweet. All right, Melissa wants me to tell her what this is like for tying ribbons. Like, this is a heavier satin, and they're both sides are finished the same, so it doesn't matter. You know how sometimes, let me get these little the rhinestones, yes, these are new, and everybody gets a packet for the Saturday Soiree, the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. It's a very large package, and even though they look kind of pinky or yellowy, they take on whatever color you put behind them. So it's really quite nice. Like if you put that succulent behind, see how it pulls the succulent? They're really cool. And everybody that is registered for the Saturday Soiree is getting a full package of them. All right, so let's create a bow, because Melissa was asking. Oh, let me give myself a bit bigger loop here. Okay. So this is going to, this would be fabulous for a scrapbook page. Might be a little heavy for a card, although if it was like an easel card type of thing that's already got that bulk. But there is that, look at that beautiful ribbon. Oh, that bow turned out perfect. So you can see it is got a bit of heft to it, shall we say. It would cause your postage to go up if you're mailing it. But, oh, so cute. So cute. But like I said, because of the size of it, it is 1/2 inch, so it is fairly wide, and the weight, the thickness of it. But it ties a beautiful bow, as you can see. You are very welcome. So and there we go. Okay. Is there any other questions that you guys have? Please use this month's host code if you're shopping in my online store. If your order is under $200, at $200, you earn your own host rewards with Stampin' Up. So don't use that host code because you're going to get your own rewards. You're still going to get a thank you card and a little thank you gift from me when you spend that much money in my online store. Everybody that uses the host code when they shop with me gets a little thank you gift besides the thank you card the following month at the end of when I close that host code. All right, so I don't see any other questions. My lighting is terrible this morning. I'm looking at my iPad here. I do apologize. Let's move this light. Yeah, it's just, it's an overcast day, so we don't have a lot of sunlight streaming in the windows. But yes, so there you have my adorable little happy card. And we all need some happy mail, some happy in our life right now, in the dull, dreary January. Thank you, Celia. What DSP did I use? The Subtles. So let's see, what do I have that I have all of the patterns? Here. I have all of the patterns of the Calypso Coral. So, this is my favorite pattern in this pack. So you've got two of this. So that's, I'm going to call this A side, and then this is B side. So you've got two of that, and then you've got two of this in each. And so it's all of the colors in that color family. So your subtles are your Petal Pink, Blushing Bride, Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, So Saffron, Soft Seafoam. My favorite green is Soft Seafoam. Love this green. And Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron. So here's your Mint Macaron. Here's your Pear. And then finally Highland Heather. So yes. So they can be found, which page can they be found? In your catalog. Okay, here we go. So on page 134, so it's $15.75, the regular price for your designer series paper. So it's the bottom of page 134. It's there's all of the codes for each one of the different color families. So it's your brights, your neutrals, your regals, and your subtles. And then of course your in color, it comes in those as well. And speaking of in color, don't forget that our in color changes every year, because every 2 years we get, they stay around for 2 years. So, and wait, 5 colors per family. So these are the colors that will be retiring. So we've got Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness, and Bumblebee. These are our in colors that will be retiring this spring. So once Stampin' Up! Announces the retirement list, this stuff sells out so fast, especially the ink refills. And if you've got the ink pad, you definitely should have the ink refill. I always purchase an ink refill with my ink pad, and when I run my ink color club, you get the ink refill as well, because you don't want your pad drying out, especially if it's a color that is no longer available and you really like it. Your ink refill helps keep you using that ink pad so much longer. So if there's any of the ink color products that you really like and don't want to say goodbye to for your crafting, I would highly suggest you start purchasing them now, especially since we are in celebration, and every $60 order that you place before shipping and tax is going to get you a free item. So if you're stocking up on some cardstock or some of the embellishments, you're going to pick up the ink refill or the Stampin' Up markers. Now is the time to do it while you're going to earn for free while you're shopping. And I always like free. And I want you guys to be getting the most value out of your dollars. All right. Thank you so much. That is all for me today. I hope you have a great Monday. I hope I have inspired you to get some crafting. I hope you like my layout. It's fun. I think, you know, instead of covering your whole card front, it's sometimes fun to bring it in and really focus on that image. All of the measurements as well as the products will be on my blog, as well as the product links if you want to do any online shopping with me. All of the details for my Saturday soiree and my nuts and bolts class are also going to be on my blog as well. The post, which will be going live in about half an hour. All right, thanks again. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock on my YouTube channel. All right, bye for now.